If you're interested in winning more games of Madden, head over to winmadden.com, where you can gain access to the top offenses and defenses ran by the pros at the highest level. And you can now use my code DREW20 for 20% off your yearly or monthly membership and start winning today. All right, boys, y'all know I don't do ebooks that often anymore. So when I do drop one, I promise you it's fire, okay? And you haven't seen me run this offense in like any videos prior to this right here. This is probably the offense I'm probably going to try to run going forward, because cheat motion is taking over the meta right now on offense. If you don't know what cheat motion is, it's when you run really good plays with really good route combos that have a really good auto motion with it, and I'll show you what I mean by that. But this is a really overlooked playbook that I feel like could catch fire in the right hands. And because you don't see a lot of people running bunch tight end this year. It's usually bunch strong offset, bunch strong nasty, bunch X nasty. You don't really see a lot of bunch tight end. But what I'm going to show you in this video is simple, like 1-2 setup route combos that universally beat man and zone. And I'm going to show you one play that can be a one-play touchdown against cover 3 and cover 2. So if you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you drop a like, subscribe down below for more tips and Panthers theme team content in the future. And without further ado, let's get into it. This isn't going to be an offense where we audible around a ton, like if at all. There are good formations that we can audible to and run some cute little RPO gimmicky type plays, but for the most part, we're staying grounded in bunch tight end. And I'm going to show you guys my audibles here, and they're really simple. I have whips, and I have RPO alert bubble, cheat H out, and PA verticals. Now, I don't know how many of these audibles were already pre-saved. I just know I went in and saved them in there. And since custom audibles save game to game, you can set these one time, either in practice mode or in game, and they'll carry over in every online game you play. So these are my audibles. Again, whips, alert bubble, cheat H out, and PA verticals. And the play we're always going to come out in is this cheat tight end hitch halfback seam. I know it's a lot, all right, but I'm telling you, this is the new double post for me, guys. Like, that's how good this play is when we set this up. So we're going to come out in the middle play, cheat tight end hitch halfback seam every time. That way you have access to 6 plays instead of the usual 5. So, and we're going to go against a simple cover 3 sky. I'm going to show you this against cover 2 as well. I'm going to go over play by play against man and zone. And so the universal setup, this is what the play looks like when you come out of the huddle. The universal setup that I want you guys to do is to post the tight end. We're going to streak the slot receiver and drag the outside receiver. So we're going to have this look right here. And then whenever we snap the ball, the receiver on this blue route is going to auto motion, and then the ball is going to snap. And this is like, I know this is against cover 3, but this is a universal zone beating setup or man beating setup, right? But I like to run this more against zone. And I'm going to tell you the read progressions that you guys need to look for, okay? When we snap this ball, I want you guys to look at the running back first, and then to the outside receiver on the drag, and then work your way up from there, okay? That's going to help you get your reads down. If you know you're facing a cover 3, just don't even look at the auto motion. Just cancel that out of your reads. The auto motion comes into play when we're facing more of a cover 2 type of defense, or shaded underneath defense without a deep zone on that right side. So we're going to snap the ball. And like I said, the first person you're going to look at is the running back out of the backfield. The streak is going to clear out that space for the running back. They have to use that, right? They have to use that. So again, post the tight end, streak the slot, drag the outside receiver. We showed you guys the halfback seam, and now when we call hike on this play, you're going to see the drag opens up underneath. And if anytime you see these 2 routes open immediately, just take them, guys, because it's going to help you not get sacked. And you don't want to get caught holding the ball too long in this game, because we all know the 4-man rush is insane in this game if you hold the ball too long. So you have the running back, you have the drag coming up underneath, and you can get yards after the catch like that. And then I don't know if I haven't been able to get the post open in practice mode, but if you can imagine someone trying to user the drag and the halfback seam, the post is going to be open. You're going to have a little pocket to throw it. So you see, we could, if we had time in the pocket, that post was wide open. So I don't have two controllers, so I'm not going to go through the trouble of spying the defensive line. But like I said, this is the universal zone setup. If I'm on the left hash, I'll go to the left hash right fast. If I'm on the left hash and I'm running this play, I will post the tight end and then I will streak the outside receiver so I can have a flood concept on that left side, and you'll make the high-low read from there. And you can just drag the tight end if you want to. Again, do not look at the auto motion against cover three. You're really looking at the running back. Okay, that auto motion against cover three is going to clear out the running back for you. You see, we could just throw it right in there, possession, catch it, and then we have that high-low on that left side. So I'm going to respot the ball back on the on the right hash, because I will say this offense, the way we're going to run it, is more dominant on the right hash and midfield than it is on the left hash. So yeah, now I'm going to show you this same play against cover two, and I'm going to show you guys how this play absolutely kills it. All right, so we are in Tampa 2, as you can see from the defensive alignment. So we're going to do the same setup, post the tight end, streak the slot receiver, drag the outside receiver. And now guys, I want you to watch how you're still going to have the drag underneath if you don't have time, but I want you guys to watch how this auto motion absolutely shreds cover two, right? You can imagine, if you've been playing Madden for years, you can imagine how a wheel route on the outside, it's a one-play touchdown against cover two every time. You cannot run cover two or man coverage on this offense. It's just not going to work. You have an answer for everything on this universal route combo in this play right here, and it's just money. It's just money, guys. And honestly, guys, I never look at the post route unless the user vacates the area, and you could still insta throw the running back wheel out of any type of zone coverage that's playing backed off. So the fact that you can run this one play with this one route combination and just shred cover three and cover two and cover four. So like all these route concepts, the reads apply to the same reads we went over against in cover three apply to cover four as well, because it's the same thing pretty much. So yeah, I want to show this route against Tampa 2 again, and I'll just show you guys how it absolutely just runs by the cloud flat. And the only thing that can discourage you from throwing that is a soft squat or a zone dropped flat up to 30 yards will like ultimately discourage you from throwing that. But other than that, the reads are really simple. Like I said, we streak the slot receiver, drag the outside receiver, and post the tight end, and let the auto motion play out. And if you don't have time to throw that, you can still throw this underneath right here. You know, I know the yellow zones are playing kind of low for some reason, but yeah, like that, it's really that simple, boys. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we can make reads against this play when it comes to man coverage. So against man coverage, I would recommend blocking the running back, because that seam route's not going to get open against man unless you're trying to insta throw it against cover zero or something, and even that's kind of risky. So I would just block the running back in that case, and you're going to look at the play just like this. You're going to read the drag and the post, and sometimes the cheat motion can get open down the sideline depending on if there's safety help over the top or not. As you can see, sometimes that auto motion can absolutely roast man coverage. But in the future, I would high form that. I would not just regular free form that like I just did. But the setup against man coverage, just put the same routes on the field, but just block the running back, and you're going to see how the drag, the post, and the auto motion get open against man coverage. So this time I high form it, so that way the defender has no possibility of interacting with the catch. So a high form, if you don't know how to do that, boys, is you want to hold the back two triggers, the back left triggers, and then that lets you high ball free form the pass over the defender's head. So we're going to show that one more time. This is man coverage. You see how sometimes those cheat motions can get that cheat motion route just kills man coverage. Just know that. And while we're in a man defense right here, I want to go ahead and bring up the audible screen, and you guys can see it to the right of the screen right there. Like I went over in the beginning of the video, we have whips, RP alert bubble, cheat H out, and PA verticals. And whips it's you have two zig routes on this, two really good sharp cutting zig routes in one play. You can imagine how annoying this is to cover against man and zone. So, but for the sake of time, I only want you guys to run this play against man coverage if you're seeing a lot of man coverage. And the only setup that I would recommend that you do is just something basic like putting the slot receiver on a post and blocking the running back. This is a great man beating play right here. And if you want to be a little extra with it, I would stem the outside receiver's corner out all the way down. If you don't know how to custom stem, you want to select the receiver, hold L1, and then use the D-pad or the left analog stick to stem the route however deep you want. These stem down corner routes do really good against man sometimes. But the main reads I want you guys to look at are the 2 whip routes, of course. So you're going to notice that these whip routes absolutely roast man. And if there's any zones in the middle, just wait for them to clear out. And we'll show the other zig route as well. So just think of dig return. If you guys are running if you guys ran Colts bunch a lot, just think of the play dig return. You just have 2 whip routes, like going to opposite sides of the field. Like this is just insane how good this play is. I played against somebody run this play one time and it just drove me insane. Like I could not stop it. Like he had a whip route open every time. So yeah, that works against zone as well. You could space it out against zone coverage too. It's not, you could like put a streak if it's zone. That way it like clears out more space for these zig routes. But yeah, this is going to be your go-to play against man coverage if you can't beat man with the first play. All right, boys. Now this second play, now the run play we're going to go over is RPO alert bubble, and there's really nothing special to this. It is an alert, so you don't have to hold the ball, and you don't get to hold the ball and keep it with a quarterback like I wish you could. If you don't do anything and you just snap the ball, it's going to hand the ball to the running back by default, and you don't want to hold turbo. Do not hold turbo until you get past the line of scrimmage. And running the ball isn't that good in this game. And the fact that this is an RPO run means that adaptive AI is not going to kick in on defense. So if you want to and you're trying to bleed clock, you can just run this ball right at the defense. And I know this isn't like dollar or 6-1 or anything like that, but you see the amount of run blocks that we're getting on this play just by not holding turbo. Like I said, don't hold turbo until you get past the line of scrimmage. And then once you see a hole, you can accelerate. And the part of this play that I really like is the bubble, of course. If you see the bubble, you want to throw it immediately if you see it come open. And most of the time it will be. And a lot of times, I know we're showing this against cover 3. It doesn't really matter. But sometimes when you run this play against like man coverage, the person that's manned up on the bubble sometimes gets lost in the sauce, if you know what I mean. So like we'll go against a cover 0, for example, because we'll see a lot of cover 0. I'm not saying it's going to happen on this play, but sometimes when you're facing like mid blitz or something, and then you want to just insta throw this right here, you see how the person that's manned up to the bubble gets kind of lost in the sauce, and because that man isn't chasing after you, you have free yards, right? Just if you see the bubble peek open, just throw it instantly. Sometimes they'll break through and tackle you. Sometimes they won't, but this is a really good chain moving play. And it's really annoying, right? If you just want to lull your opponent to sleep with the run game, or if you see the RPO peek open. And sometimes if you have a receiver like DJ Moore, he's going to break a tackle for you, and you can keep going. All right, boys, the fourth play that we're going to go over is the play cheat H out. And I probably run this play the least just because, and I'm only going to run this really if I'm on the right hash like I am right here. And the only setup I have for this play is really, this is universal for all types of zone coverage that you face. So it's going to be the same setup every time against any type of zone. And against man, probably the same thing. And what you're going to do is you're going to streak the slot receiver, and then you're going to custom stem the auto motion route by DJ Moore. I know it looks like a weird route, right? You're like, how would this work? But custom stem it all the way up. Not all the way up, but far enough for it to basically be a streak, right? And it's going to be a clear out for the corner route by the tight end, right? So the majority of the time we're going to be attacking the middle of the field and the middle of the field most of the time, right? So this is like our sideline play when we're on the right hash. So we're going to let this auto motion play out. And keep in mind, against man coverage, this is a really good play too. And I'll show that in a second. But we're going to show this against zone right fast. This is against shaded underneath cover 3. You want to free form it down and away on the corner route and possession catch it on the sideline. Again, I'll show that one more time. This is against cover 3 hard flats, and I chose hard flats so that I can show the corner route being thrown. But of course, if the other reads are open underneath, you can take those too. But the setup is to streak the slot receiver, and you want to custom stem this auto motion route all the way up far enough for it to act like a streak. That way it clears out space for the corner route. And if you're feeling pressured, just block the running back, right? You can block the running back and your reads will still be the same. You have a little bit extra protection, free form it down and away from the defense, and then possession catch it on the sideline. And I guess since we're going against zone coverage, and to add an extra wrinkle to the setup, you can block the running back and drag the receiver, the outside receiver right here. That way you have a backside check down option, and so you're not always going to be looking at or you could put the running back on a table and hitch this guy right here. You can do that. This is also a good route combo. The main thing, though, is you're trying to create a flood concept on the right. That's what we're mainly trying to do here. We get an inaccurate throw, but you see the routes work. The routes are open. It doesn't really matter as long as you have a flood concept going towards the right side with this play. So yeah, like I said, stem the auto motion route up, and you can either drag the slot receiver and block the running back, or you can put the running back on a table route and hitch this guy right here, and then do a little hitching combo right here if you want. You know, this is just me freestyling, and you don't have to freestyle like I'm doing, but I'm just trying to give you like different setups you can do so that way you're not doing the same thing every time you run that play. And against man coverage, guys, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to streak the slot receiver, custom stem the auto motion route up to where it's a streak. And then as you can see, we have a stock zig route from the outside receiver. We have a tight end sharp cutting corner route that's going to cook man coverage. And we have a halfback angle route stock. So if you think about it, you could run cheat. You could run this play, or you can run whips. I would personally I'll probably run whips more often than not if I'm facing a lot of man coverage. But if you want to switch up and run this is a great combo right here. So we're going to go through all the reads. We're probably not going to be able to throw the halfback angle route because there's a QB spy on the play. So we're probably not going to have that, but we're going to, let's go back to the play. We're going to custom stem this route all the way up, streak the slot receiver, and then boom, this is your setup for beating a man, right? The first read I would look at against man coverage when you're running this play is probably the zig route. If we're not getting insta-shedded by the D-line, like we're throwing that, okay? That was a bad example, but just trust the process. You know, I pride myself on actually getting good reps in practice mode when I'm trying to post the ebook for you guys so that you guys can see that it actually works. So now the final play we're going to go over is PA verticals, right? And shout out to Win Madden. This is he first put this play out as a one-play touchdown for cover 3 and cover 2 when he posted his Seattle Seahawks bunch tight end ebook earlier on his website. If you want to get access to that website and have everything that he posts, you can use Drew20 as your coupon code that gets you 20% off your yearly or monthly membership at winmadden.com. So I want to give a shout out to Marcus for that. But PA verticals, you just have to run this play stock. In my opinion, if you want to get a little extra with it and really make sure that deep safety gets taken away, you could put the outside guy on a streak. But other than that, you could just like snap the ball. And if we get enough time in the pocket, you're going to see that post route just comes open for a one play. All right, we're going to run that one back. Just snap the ball, okay? Don't get cute like I did. We're just gonna snap this ball, and it's a one-play touchdown, boys. As long as you have enough time in the pocket, you can freeform this pass over to the sideline. It's a one-play touchdown against cover 3, as long as you're on the right hash. And we're gonna run that one more time so that you guys can see that it's not like fluky or anything like that. No setups to this play. You literally just snap the ball, and then you can cancel the play action if you want, scramble out, and just freeform it, possession catch it, boom. One play touchdown. And the other cool thing about this play is that it is also a one-play touchdown against cover two. And the only change that we're going to make to this play is we're going to streak the slot receiver. And you can imagine what we're looking for, what route we're looking for against cover two on this play, right? And you can even throw Kincaid on a check down just in case you feel like you don't have time to throw this. But we're looking for the outside wheel streak route from Cheetah. So, boom, you're going to notice that you freeform it to the outside. Boom, one play touchdown against cover two. That is a thing of beauty, boys. We're going to run that one back. So we want to, against cover two, we just streak the slot receiver. And you don't have to drag the tight end, but you can if you want to, so that you have a check down option. But we're going to snap this ball, cancel the play action, and just boom, just look at that, boys. Fastest receiver in the game. One play touchdown on an outside wheel route against cover two. So as far as the red zone goes, I really don't have that much for you as far as red zone goes, but we will go ahead and run some things here. We're going to go, let's see, respot ball, go all the way up here to the red zone. And the only passing play I would look at to run in the red zone, boys, is honestly whips. It's just like you would run dig return in it's just like you would run dig return if you're running bunch offset or something like that. So I would just like flat the outside receiver and just put the slot receiver on a streak and just make the read between the two whip routes. If you're facing zone or man, they're not going to be able to guard any of these, or they can't guard both of them most of the time. So you watch, wait for the whip route to get open. Bam. I know it looks scary, but like think about it. You're putting the user in a lot of conflict. That the fact that you have two whip routes on the field, it's just insane. So we threw the one on the right. Now we're going to throw the one on the left. Pass lead it down. Sometimes, hey, just that. Like I said, the red zone. There's not really a lot to offer in this formation. You could try to throw the RPO and try to get that open. But yeah, I would just try to look to run whips in the red zone, boys. I would honestly just do that. The flat route from the outside receiver is going to pull any zones and allow you to throw the whip route on the left, and then the running back flat route is going to clear the space out for the zig on the right. So boom, just kind of wait for it, possession catch it, and you're good to go. If you guys enjoyed this ebook, make sure you drop a like, subscribe down below. I'll try to post more stuff like this in the future if you guys want me to, along with the Panthers team. But I appreciate all the love, you guys, and I hope this wins you some games. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.